Alright, welcome to the channel everybody. I am AceFace Grim, and this is my second foray into Abyssal running. And I said that I'd probably come back whenever I'd upgraded, and I have upgraded. Let's see, I noticed mastery. I watched a video today, and this was something I've heard about before, but it's one of those things I've forgotten. And the recommendation was to master your lower level craft before jumping into higher level things like battle cruisers and stuff, because even though you can fly them, you may not be able to survive in them or DPS well in them because you don't have the core skills required. So I was looking here, I found under the properties for my Punisher, I am good to go. I have attained mastery level 1. I've accomplished everything here, so I have that training certificate. And I've also attained mastery level 2. And so what I want to do is I want to fully master this as much as I can as an alpha. So level 3 is going to take 53 days. And level 4 is going to take 218 days. So in almost a year, I can jump into a destroyer then. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do any of that. We're just going to press on with the AceFace guide that I've been following. I think it is good that it's good to have mastery level 1. I feel very good about having mastery level 2. And we'll just continue to train as we move up. So I just bought 9 tranquil electrical filaments. That cost me about $2 million or ISK, so I need to make that back. Also today there was another video I watched by, oh my gosh, what was his name? MacGyve? He's a Scottish dude. Seems to know a lot about this game. He is a ganker, but he's like a ganker with a heart. He has this reimbursement program that he runs for newbies. I've never even heard of people doing that in EvE. I thought that was such a nice human sentiment, because I don't think there's too many people that would do it. But he says if you're a 6-month-old pilot or less and you get ganked, he has this application form on his profile that you can fill out, and if you qualify, then he will personally reimburse you for your ship and all of your modules. And he's a ganker, you know, so I just thought that was neat. But he gives a bunch of tips out there. And one of the things that he was able to show me was to come up here. I did this on another one of my accounts. I have 4 accounts set up right now so that I can train 4 pilots at once. And the idea is to have them specialize in different stuff. But he said, come up here to this search bar. And if it's not there, you can hit that magnifying glass. And it'll show up. And type in safety and press enter. And that's going to open this thing up right here. And under this... this doesn't look the same as it did. Whenever I did this, oh, that's because it's characters. Okay, minimize characters. Go to alliances. Click safety right here. And right click, add contact, change it to red. And then click add contact. And what that's going to do is it's going to, whenever you're out and about in systems, everybody that's in that system with you is listed in this this list right here. So for us, we're in a major system. We're in Jita, so this list is really long. But whenever you get into places that you're more likely to get ganked in, you know, 0.6, 0.5 space and below, stuff like that, this list will be pretty short. And now, because we did this, whenever somebody new comes into that system and they are a ganker, they are automatically, because they're a ganker, they're flagged as dangerous to all normal pilots. So they show up in your personal profile as being dangerous to you. And now you'll see them with, I think, a red dot next to them. So just, and you know, when you see that, if you're out in a mining field or something, drop everything. Drop everything and get to safety. Go dock right away. Okay. That is enough on those subjects. Let's go ahead and run. Oh, I need to show you the ship fit. I told you I upgraded. It cost me a pretty penny too. Remember, I was up around 20 million. I'm down to 12 now. So what I did is I bought new guns. We have now small focused modulated energy beam ones. We were running pulsed energy beam ones before. These are just energy beams. So the DPS went up. We're at 162.3 now. We're still using this faction ammo. We're at 15% damage, so we got quite a long ways to go with that. I did buy standard lenses and put those into my cargo hold. That was suggested in the last stream I did by one of the viewers. So I've accomplished that. Over here, I believe this is the same, but this one's different. I downgraded to a compact micro warp drive. It's not much of a downgrade. It pretty much does. It's got the same stats as the other one. It costs a little bit more power grid. I don't remember what it cost more. Maybe it was activation charge, something like that. But in order to fit everything into here, I needed to downgrade to this, the compact version, instead of the regular version. And I was watching AceFace, and that's what he did. Down here, we've upgraded to heat sink level 2s, so I believe that means it's a Tech 2. Yeah, Tech level 2, so that should be actually a pretty big jump up, and that's contributing directly to our DPS. You can see damage modifiers at 1.1. Rate of fire bonus is increased to 10.5%. So we've got 2 of those. I also upgraded to a multi-spectrum coating Tech 2. These stayed the same, enduring armor repairs. And in order to make all this work, AceFace was able to do it. I was not. I had to actually swap out one of these. Small auxiliary nano pump. What does this do? It increases the amount that the armor repair heals. But it costs more power grid to do that. And that's where I was really hurting. I was actually over the power grid. So I needed to swap one of these out, and I instead replaced it with so the other one right here, we had this originally, and this helps with CPU, I think. Small capacitor, well, it sounds like it's a cap thing. Designed to increase the ship's capacitor recharge rate. And I swapped the second one of these auxiliary nano pumps, with this ancillary current router. This ship modification is designed to increase the ship's power grid capacity. So now everything fits. I have 23.2 CPU left, and I have 7.4 power grid left. If I activate everything, am I simulating? I think I'm simulating. Oh, here, simulate. Okay, everything is active, and so we're able to run everything. Now, if we run absolutely everything, we have 30 seconds of capacitor. But more often than not, I'm running just one of these armor repairs. And let's see, what did he tell me? He said when we're over 100% here, that's when we're not cap stable. But if you're under 100, anything under 100 is cap stable. So you can see we're at 48.7 here. So it would take us a minute 1 to deplete our capacitor, I guess. I'm kind of actually thinking we would recharge faster than that because we're under 100% here. I guess I'm at the edges of my knowledge there because I'm not fully understanding that. But anyway, this is what we're normally doing. We're firing all 4 lasers. You know, a lot of times when I'm firing all 4 lasers, I'm not on the micro warp drive anymore. So look, we got 243. If I have to fire one of these, both of them up, we got 40 seconds. All right, well, let's go ahead and re-enable everything. That's not bad. Okay, so that's where we're sitting right now. Let's bring that back up. Look at offense. We've come up from 130 something to 162.3. Defense, we're up to 2,664 effective hit points. These others, I don't know. I know what it means. I can look at the numbers, but I don't know what good is. I'm not sure how to measure the numbers against each other, but I do know that it's telling me we can target things out to 28.75 kilometers. That one's pretty straightforward. That's easy to understand. But navigation, I guess we can turn. No, that's our speed. Okay, that's also straightforward. Our speed is at 426 meters per second. Wow, there's a whole lot of stuff I don't know anything about. I guess this is our tonnage. This is the multiplier that our equipment's giving us. Warp speed and alignment speed. Okay. Yeah, so the lighter your ship, the better you can turn. Hence that phrase, turns like a battleship. Okay, we will undock. I've still got my personal location here saved.
Warp drive active.
So how many jumps are we? We're 3 jumps. Okay, so I have enough for 3 runs, and I'd like to see how I do with this new upgrade. So I can get an idea on ISK per hour. We are in a 1.0 system, okay. We're on our way to a 0.8 system. That was one of the changes that came with the new Uprising expansion. You used to be able to run this stuff from 1.0 and 0.9 space, I guess. Not anymore. And that's all in an attempt. See, this whole faction warfare, I think they're trying to encourage PvP more. And they're also they draw a distinction between ganking and griefing. So they are trying to cut down on griefing while giving more legitimate targets for ganking. And that's why they're forcing us to go out to 0.8 space and lower to run abyssals, because running abyssals has gotten very popular. And you're a legitimate target. It's like rules of engagement. You have, you know, civilians are not legitimate lawful rules of they're not lawful targets. Under the American system, you go to prison for that. Unless the civilian does something that makes them a lawful target. If they pick up a gun and start shooting you, they are all of a sudden, they gave up all of their rights. They're a soldier now. so they're a lawful target. But there's all kinds of things that define what's legal and what's not legal within war to try and keep things from descending into total 100% brutality. And I think that's what CCP is trying to accomplish here. They're trying to increase the number of lawful, legitimate targets while decreasing, I guess, like innocents getting annihilated, you know. So as I mentioned in the last stream, what I heard going through YouTube videos, the current speculation is that they believe this is people believe that there's something of a, I don't know if this is too big of a word, it very well might be, but like it's the only one I can think of. There's a bit of a paradigm shift happening here, and that this factional warfare move, which really is just a step up from the faction warfare stuff they brought a while back. I don't know how long ago, but when faction warfare really just started, then I think that they data mined some stuff, and then this is the next move. And people think that this is just really the tip of the iceberg, that there's more changes coming. This is CCP moving this world into a new state of being. So we'll see what that looks like and whether that's a positive or a negative. But you know, it's like what I say, you know, we live in interesting times and it's exciting. Exciting doesn't always mean good. It's just, that's the nature of change. If you were sitting safely in an airplane and now you are free falling through air towards the ground with no parachute, that's exciting, but it's not the kind of excitement you volunteered for, right? It's not what you would ask for. But yeah, you could bet your bottom dollar your heart rate is increased, the adrenaline's pumping. I mean, it's exciting, right? Okay, let's see here. Use tranquil electric filament. Okay, I need to get my timer ready, so minimize chat. As far as I can tell, there's nobody in here anyway, so that's all good. Activate for fleet. I think I have to actually put myself in a fleet. Let's pilot form fleet with. There we go. All right, now use. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit my timer start, because for ISK per hour, this is where I want the start point to be. Oh wait, that's the countdown timer. I need my stopwatch going. There we go. Okay, put that back over to chat. Now we can run. Activate. Alright, well, we did really good in the last episode, so we should do better now. Let's turn on the micro warp drive. I need these guys to be under 30 kilometers before I can target them, I believe. I think it said 28. Yeah, oh, look at this guy's at 12. Turn that warp drive off. Put all 4 lasers on him. Okay, what's my optimal here? 7,920 meters. Activate a repair. Unused skill points. Okay, good. Because I'm into the lengthy part now where everything's taken 7 to 11 days. Okay, that guy's down. Approach this. Target it. Collect our loot. Okay. We've been in for about 1.5 minutes, and we have popped this loot. So that's good. My cap is building back up. Shields are recharging. I'm at 100% armor. Everything's looking pretty good. Okay, micro warp drive on. Answer, turn the micro warp drive off, put the lasers on them, and select orbit. Activate our repair. You can see that's a sign that the repair is working, I think. I think that's pretty neat. Oh yeah, it just healed all of that damage up. Oh, that's cool. Alright, I'm a bit far away. Let's go ahead and select approach. He's kiting me, so I'm going to turn the MWD on. There we go. Approach, turn the MWD on. There we go. Loot. Yeah, got too far away. Turn around. Come on, buddy. All right, we're on to our third room. And we're at 15.5 minutes. I think I'm doing about 30 seconds better than I was before with this fit. So upgrading to T2 has saved 30 seconds per room, I think. So I guess that's 1.5 minutes. Oh, what's this? Sensor is dampened. Okay. We're closing fast. Lucifer Medusa. Oh, I've still got the MWD on. Okay, now we're really laying into them because my turrets can keep pace. With my MWD, I don't think my turrets were tracking fast enough. And that's one run done. And about 14 minutes left. So that's a 6-minute run. That means I could get, if I kept that pace, I could get 10 runs in 60 minutes. Alright, let's go dock.
Warp drive active.
We're not tethered, and as long as we're not tethered, I can't activate another, whatchamacallit, Abyssal site. And so then I might as well try and form what I think is a good habit of just going ahead and docking after every run and dumping my loot off there. Because we're eventually going to have to go to lower security areas, and if I get ganked,
Docking request accepted.
at least I'll have a couple million worth in the docking bay. If I keep that method up. Okay, so I want to filter by Abyssal loot. Grab everything except Tranquil Electrical. Actually, we should stack all. There we go. And drag that down to item hanger. It didn't seem to grab everything there. We need those surveys down there to item hanger. Okay, and we can undock. My timer is still running. And now that should include all this travel time and stuff, so I get a really good picture of ISK per hour. Hopefully.
Warp drive active.
I also actually prefer that I'm doing all of this while streaming because it's going to slow me down a little bit. And I would rather have a non-perfect optimal set of runs, because I think that'll probably be closer to average than if I was to do everything without any distraction at all or whatever. So we will click use, activate. Well, select Abyssal Trace and warp. Okay, how are we doing here? 17% damaged. Approach this guy, activate the MWD. So, if I'm remembering correctly, the Lancer's going to try and kite me, so I think I'll keep my MWD active. Might be messing with my tracking. Either that or he's got really beefy shields. And it could be that his shields were his strong point, because his armor's going down pretty fast every hit. Now we're into his hull. There we go. Approach. Target. Activate MWD. He got into my armor, so we'll start healing that. Okay. Approach that. Loot all. A little bit slower than last time. Skybreaker, Disparu Troop. Okay, this guy should be tough. Go ahead and put the armor repairer on. He's kiting, so I'm going to close distance by pulsing my micro warp drive. Well, that was easier than expected. My transitions in this one have been pretty fast. I was able to get the loot smoothly and then warp out. I'm closing distances better. Oh, I didn't have my MWD activated there, so that took me a little bit longer than it would have. Target number 1. I forgot about armor, so we're rebuilding that right now. Target number 2. I can disable 1 armor repairer now. We're all caught up. Pulse my MWD. Pulse off. Spark Needle Tesla, he's giving me some trouble. Okay, let's try swapping to ultraviolet. That's got a little bit better range. I think. Whoa, 17 kilometers. Yeah, that's we're actually well inside the optimal range, which I think is not good. Maybe gamma? 9,900 meters, that's better. Okay, let's see how that does. Yeah, we're hitting them now. This guy's ruining my average. I'm going to go back to the factional multi-frequency. Okay, there we go. You know what? I think I was in too close, actually. Because my optimal was 7920. Pulse the MWD. Turn off the armor repair. Pulse off. Guns on. Stop. Open. Loot all. Micro warp out. Or just warp out. Well, that took me a while. That one did. 12 minutes. Wow. Dock right away. I just stacked everything up. So I've gained enough tranquil electricals to... Actually, I've gained 2 more. Yeah, my bad. Alright.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, again, Abyssal loot. Hold on. Tranquil electrical, deselect that. Everything else goes into item hanger. And we can undock again. When you're looking for peak efficiency, these lasers are nice to have over the hybrid turrets. You can fire from any range because you're just spending energy, not ammunition. You don't have to buy new ammo or make sure you're loaded or anything whenever you're in a station. It's kind of just plug and play. We're still flagged. There we go. Okay. Up here, grab the Abyssal Trace and warp in. Activate. MWD on. Okay, I want to orbit you, put the guns on you. Take the MWD off. Go ahead and activate an armor repair now while I'm thinking about it. Boom. Okay, the second guy, orbit, guns on. I'm just pressing F1. And because I have them all linked up, it just fires all 4 guns. So you can see the top right corner there, F1 is the hotkey. Approach. Time 1751. Okay. Oh, turn it off. Let's see, orbit. Orbit. His shields were gone in one shot. Wow. Approach F1 to shoot him. Loot. Third and final room. Put the MWD on again. 50 kilometers, 40. Start targeting. MWD off and repair on. Weapons active and begin to orbit. Weapons on. Orbit. And we out.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, so we have enough now. That's a free run right there. That's 670,000 ISK worth of a free run. And you're going to get about 2 million worth of loot out of it. Oh, you're going to get... Yeah. See, this... Everything in here is just from this run, and it's estimating me at 3 billion. We'll probably get 2.5 of that 3, maybe 2.3. Because those estimates are going to be high. All right, inventory, item hanger, grab everything. Actually, yeah, let me see how long that took. That was 3 runs. Hey, it took me 27 minutes. Let me see if I can make another run. Get these electricals out. Drop you off. Okay, go ahead and undock. Actually, this fourth run is not going to be done in 3 minutes. So I was thinking, for some reason, I was thinking I could get this to about 30 minutes. But we're about to hit 28 minutes. I've got 2 minutes to get through this entire thing. That's not going to happen. But we'll have 4 runs to do a sample size off of, and that should get us a more accurate ISK per hour measurement. That's if I'm doing everything right. Math is not my strong suit, and my logic isn't always the best with it. So I think I'm doing the formula right, and it's a simple formula. It's almost embarrassing to admit, like I'm not. Sometimes I get these things wrong, but I think I'm doing the math correct as far as the formula I'm using to figure it all out with. I'll show you when we're done. Okay, here we go. Approach, pulls the micro warp drive on. Micro warp drive. It's a Lancer. He launches missiles, so I'm pretty sure he tries to kite me. Target. MWD off, repair on, and put the lasers on him. Go ahead and try and orbit, because that's my optimal range. Oh yeah, see, he's faster than I am, so I'm gonna pulse my MWD on to try and close that gap some. Let's chase them. 9,000, 8,000, 7,000. That's about 7,000. 7,000 to 8,000 is my optimal range. We're into his hull. He's almost dead. There he goes. Okay. 21 kilometers out. Micro warp drive on. Repair module off. I just hit 30 minutes. Micro warp drive off. Guns. Loot. Everything, I got it. Okay, good. Warp to the next one. Okay. We're at 30 minutes and 45 seconds overall. Close distance with these dudes. F1, turn this off, turn this on. Oh, they're hitting me pretty hard, so go ahead and activate the second one. We're getting into his hull now. Okay, that one's down. Now the spark needle. Deactivate one of these repair modules. I'm watching my cap. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars of cap left. And and it looks like I am rebuilding, so I think I'm cap stable. Got that one. Yeah, 6 bars left now, so we're definitely cap stable. We're actually regenning cap. Approach, micro warp drive on, repair module off, activate weapons. Loot. Loot. Got it. Okay. I'm at 33 minutes overall for this exercise. Last room. This is the upgraded Punisher from last episode, so we should be doing better. I don't know if it'll reflect as being better in the ISK per hour, though, because that ISK per hour is kind of there's some estimation happening there. So we may have still improved, but still be at the same basic ISK per hour. Excellent. Stack all. Says I've got 2 million worth of Abyssal stuff, and actually if I filter down to Abyssal, yeah, about 2 million worth in this run. Okay.
Warp drive active.
I'm going to stop the timer now. That's about 35 minutes. So I don't count the traveling to go sell, because theoretically I could run these things all day long and make one trip at the end of the day to sell
Docking
stuff.
permission requested.
But we'll find out how much ISK we make from this, and then I'll see if I can work the formula the right way. I'm basically going to try and get a per minute value and then multiply that by 60 to give me a per hour value. And I think that is how I figure it out. Wrong place. Go right there. Okay, so undock, open up assets, name Jita, well, name Jita as my destination.
Warp drive active.
Last night I actually made the trip all the way back to Amarr space, because if you remember, if you watched the stream, I was saying Jita is the biggest trade hub for the entire galaxy, and so you can tend to get things cheaper in Jita because of all the competition, right? So then does that mean that I should be selling, you know, I would want to buy in Jita, but would I want to sell elsewhere? So I made the whole 49 trip jump trip out to Amarr, and it sold for less money. Let's see, in Jita, the batch that I had was going to sell for 9.9 million, I think. And whenever I went to Amarr, that dropped to, I think it was 6+ million was what it was going to sell for in Amarr space. Maybe 7, maybe it was 7 something. I just can't recall, but I remember it being enough of a drop off that I'm like, okay, so making the trip out to Jita and home basing out there is worth it. That's the right place to be if you're. So this character right here, this account that I'm setting up, this is going to be my money making account. So maybe I do an exploration character and a mining industrial character later on. I can only train one guy at a time. So, but right now I've started out with the Abyssal runner. And so his whole thing is just to run Abyssals and then sell the loot. So I'm going to want him to eventually be skilled in trade, because I think you get better prices. I'll have to look at it again, but I think you get better prices that way. And then that's really about everything that he's revolving around. I just now switched back to chat. Hello, Tiger. Tiger says you could have changed to Gamma. That would have worked too. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. Let me look at that. Gamma's the short range, right? Well, somewhere in here it should tell me what its optimal range is. But I suppose I could just... So this one, multi, is an optimal range of 7920. I guess I shouldn't be hanging out here.
Warp drive active.
And if I switch that to Gamma... Oh, it's a little further out. Okay. With a fall-off range of 13 kilometers. I see what you're saying. That for whenever that Lancer was kiting me, huh? Yeah, exactly. So let's stack all here. Try and switch back to that Navy multi-frequency spectrum.
Docking request accepted.
All right, and we'll do the math here and find out how this was 4 runs that took me 35 minutes. I want everything except Tranquil Electrical to go to the item hangar. Okay. Okay, and I can't sell this. I don't know what to do with that. It's a blueprint. I probably have to create a special like contract for it or something. All right, give this time to populate.
Please note, sleeping in public places is not allowed. Arsenal 4 found that sleeping in the public area will be treated legally.
All right, this batch here is gonna net us 6.7 mil. Okay. So if I open my calculator, 6,700,000 divided by 35. So if I'm doing this right, I'm making 191,429 if I round up per minute. 191,459 times, you know what, I need to do that again. I don't know if I got that number right. It was 6.7 divided by 35. 191,429. Yes, yeah, I put 459. 191,429. 191,429. That's per minute times 60. I would make theoretically, again, if we round it up, 11.5 million per hour. So I think that's a little bit less than what I did yesterday, actually. I believe I was averaging 12, something a little over 12. So I'm going to do this again and see how it goes for me. Okay, I'm almost back up to 20 mil though. Let's go to regional market. Tranquil Electric. I have 2. So I need 7. Well, I did 4 runs though. Yes, 12. So I need 10. Okay. And right click and buy 10 of them. 2.2 mil.
Please take extra care during our renovation works.
Okay, so hopefully as I get better at this, then I'll be able to do things like what Tiger recommended, where I know the ranges so well that I can swap between different ammo types pretty easily. Set destination.
Warp drive active.
And I've got another guy that I am gearing up to do. Well, I was going to say mission running, but alphas can't do level 4s anymore. So I think actually escalations might be the way to go. But I've heard, yeah, I don't know. Escalations, I've heard, it's very volatile.
Warp drive active.
As far as how much you make. It's really up and down. But I was going to maybe do some compare and contrast and see how that matches up with Abyssal. But really, the more I think about that, the more I think really it's just Abyssal's the clear-cut winner. We're at T-0s right now. And AceFace's video advertises it as making 15 to 20 mil per hour. I'm well below that, right? I'm at 11 to 12. But I think as I get better, then I'll be approaching that 15 to 20, and then we're going to be pushing up into new ships. We're going to be moving higher in tier on Abyssal sites, and so the numbers only improve from here. So I guess what I'm saying is that starting out, it's like a job, right? Your starting pay at ground level is 6 figures. I mean, that's pretty good. It only gets better from there, right? You're really happy about that. So with this also, if I'm making 12 mil an hour, just starting out, then I think I'm pretty happy with that.
Warp drive active.
Get a little close up here of the ship. It's pretty. Yeah, it's real pretty. I like it. And normally I would like gold on like onyx. I was actually a little bit surprised at how much I like this gold on ivory look. And here, look, the reason I call it ivory is not just because it's white. It's a specific kind of white. You see the lines in it and the streaks. It really makes me think of like elephant tusks, right? And I think it's because it's not that flat, bright, just a flat white. I think that's what's making this gold stand out. This is kind of a scruffed up white, right, with a distressed look in it. Anyway, it's I think it's real neat. All right, let's go ahead and open this up. And this is the point where I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to switch over to my timer. So I don't have chat up. I'm starting the timer right now. Right clicking, use Tranquil, activate for fleet. Warp in, activate, close. Alright, try to remember that gamma is good for 9,000 and 13 kilometers, okay. Approach, micro warp drive. Okay, I messed all that up. Let's see. Guns. No, not the conduit. Yeah, see, this is where I'm all messed up. Let's there we go. Let that lock go. Orbit on you. Okay, that's a bad start. Let's get the armor repair going. Guns again. There we go. Okay, that's a really rough start. He's a little bit inside my optimal range. That I can't do anything about that. He's faster than I am, and he's the one dictating range. He's getting beat up for it, but he is able to dictate range. Okay, F1. Shot, one more good solid shot. There we go. Okay, approach. Go. That's room number 1 cleared. Took a little over 2 minutes. Yeah. I was a full minute faster on my first run of the day tonight. Okay. That room went faster. We're at 16 minutes. Oh shoot, I forgot. See, I'm getting too distracted by time, and my armor is hurt. Into his hole now. Come on. He's at 8,500. This probably would have been good for Gamma. We're doing pretty good though. Okay. I like to keep this down here. Minimize it. Oh, are we done? That was 3 rooms, huh? I was thinking that was room number 2.
Warp drive active.
All right, let's stack all. Okay, what am I at? 6.5 minutes. Again, I'm watching my timer. I'm not in chat
Docking
right now,
permission
so
requested. Docking
I'm not being
request
rude, guys.
accepted.
I'm just checking that timer. Or I'm not trying to be rude. I don't see your chats and then I'm just ignoring you. I'm just not in the chat room. All right, let's see here. Pop this open. And grab everything. Unselect the electricals. Undock.
Warp drive active.
Okay, we made it out here so fast that I gotta wait. Go ahead and activate repair module now. goes Frazier. Wow, room 1 took me about a minute. I guess we'll probably be at 18:30 when we actually get out of here. Luke Hall. Man, that was really close, that guesstimate of 18:30. Oh man, we nuked that dude. Nice. Approach F1, 17 kilometers out, so pulse the micro warp drive. Okay. Keep forgetting that armor repair module. That's gonna get me killed one of these days. I'm really kind of zeroed in on the time nature here, and it's causing me to forget these important aspects. Just leave it on, my repair module. Nice. Pulse the MWD. And we're out. With 15 minutes left. That was really fast then. That's my fastest run. That's a 5-minute run, all 3 rooms. I don't have anything that comes close to that.
Warp drive active.
Says I have about 3.8 million in this run.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Take out the electrical, forward to item hangar, and undock. This will be run 3 of 4. We're at close to 15 minutes. Oh, that's neat, man. The guy's got fire coming out. That's like a drag racer. I don't know if you guys caught that or not. He had a little fire coming out on each side of his cockpit. That was sweet, man. Pretty slick. Okay, we probably made it out here a bit fast. There we go. All right, let's do this. We're coming up on 16 minutes for a total run. We're on round 3 of 4. Approach. MWD on. Might as well turn the repair on also. Take the MWD off. I'm not sure what that beeping sound is about. And off we go to room number 2. We're at just under 18.5 minutes, so again, that's a good performance for me. I feel like I am improving. MWD up, go ahead and turn repair on. Again, for anybody watching, I am following AceFace's guide for the day 1 Punisher Abyssal runner. He actually goes through all of these Amarr ships. He goes up, I think, to Retribution or something. There's 3 ships he goes through, so he's got all kinds of guides out there for you to follow. Okay, we got that guy. Turn the MWD on. For anybody who doesn't know, when he says day 1, that means when the first day that you create your character, you can be doing this. Let's stop and fire. So for me, I'm at the point where I'm tracking how long it's taking me. I'm trying to find out how much ISK per hour I can do. AceFace advertised this guide as being worth 15 to 20 mil, depending on your skills and your pilot's trained skills. I would reduce that a little bit because I believe prices have gone down since he did this guide. He did it in October of 2021. Okay, what do we got here? We got a Lancer. Let's take Tiger's advice. Swap over to Gamma S. We're gonna chase him. Yeah, that was sound advice from Tiger. That's doing much better. This Lancer tries to kite as a missile boat. Okay, we can now swap back to the Imperial Navy multi-frequency. Loot. Okay. And, oh, that was all 3 runs. Okay, good. So, again, almost the same area there, about 15 minutes left. I was at 1440. So that's a good feeling. I'll take this time to check back into chat, see if anybody's been talking. Hey, Ola, welcome back, man. I remember you from last night. You know, I said welcome back, man. I don't know what you are, you know, but welcome back nonetheless.
Request accepted.
Don't want to be presumptive. Presumptuous. All right, let's see here. So, filter it down to the Abyssal loot. Keep the Tranquil Electricals in my cargo space. Undock. Gosh, I could have sworn that I'm about to do round 4 here.
Warp drive active.
But I've got enough filaments for 5, it seems. And I'm way under time, so I'm wondering if I messed up and miscounted. I don't know if this is round 3 or round 4. See, I don't see the whole invulnerable. I don't see any indicator of that, so... No, that might be a bit of a glitch. There we go. Activate. Alright, I'm at 2330. And again, I'm out of chat. I'm watching my timer. Pulse on the micro warp drive. Hey, Ola, just to let you know, this ship, the ship fittings have improved. I got some Tech 2 stuff from last night. It's better than what I was running with last night. And so these are expected to be quicker runs. But I've already done a test case of 4 runs, and I came out to a little bit less than what I was averaging last night. So that I decided to do a second run and see if I can improve on that, because I should be faster. And right now I am faster on the second try. And I'll have to go back and look at the video, but I think I'm on run number 4. Get 'em. There we go. Start. Okay, micro warp drive. I can pulse the repair module off. 25 kilometers. Let's lock them up. And travel on to the second room. That's a good run right there, 1751. Room number 1 went pretty good. Approach, there we go. A little bit of inefficiency there as I got mixed up with the controls. Attacker pass fired 11 kilometers. Oh, okay, swooping back in. How's my damage? Do I need to switch to gamma? I think I'm hitting them pretty good. I don't want to stop this DPS for a reload. I think I'm doing all right. There he goes. Okay, approach. MWD on, repair module off. Get under 30 kilometers, I should be able to lock them up. It's actually at 28 or less. Go ahead and start firing. And micro warp drive off. Loot. Warp out. Item is locked. No reason. What does that mean? What we got here? Devoted Hunter. MWD on. Go ahead and pulse on the repair module so I don't forget. Lock. MWD off. Guns on. Start orbiting him. Lock up the loot chest. You know what? I think this is the 4th run. I'm sitting here at 28 minutes. My first round went 35 minutes for four runs, and I think I was slow. That's the whole reason I did a second run. My second run looks like it's going to clock in at about 30 minutes, which is where I would expect. Okay, stop the timer. I came in at about 29 minutes and change. I will round
drive
down. I'm actually almost on the nose at 29.5 minutes. I'll just call it 29 minutes. We're going to go pick everything up and then go sell it in Jita, and we'll do the math and find out what the average comes out to for this second attempt.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Okay, item hanger. Grab everything. Stack all. It says I've got about 10.3 mil. Let's take 2 mil off of that. Say it's overestimated by 2 mil. It's an 8 mil run. We'll find out if that turns out being true or not. Let's go to assets. Set destination.
Warp drive active.
Yeah, 10.2 mil of Abyssal loot. Okay.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Hey, Journey. I'm actually about to do the math on that right now. I've really just started this. I have one other video from last night on my series. I think this was my 4th run. And I seem to be doing around 12 mil an hour. If I'm doing the math right. It's a guesstimate. The video I'm watching, you can YouTube it. He's got a number of them. His name is AceFace, and he uses the Amarr Punisher and then scales up from there along the Amarr ship line for running Abyssals. And that first video, the one that I'm watching where he uses a Punisher, and again, I want to try and be clear here, he's got like 4 or 5 videos on the same thing. He does them like most YouTubers, he updates them annually or something.
Docking request accepted.
So the one that I'm following is from October of 2021. Keep in mind that prices were a little bit better then, I think. That's my impression. But he advertised 15 to 20 mil per hour, depending on your skill and your pilot's skill. So I'm doing about 12 right now. And again, prices I think have dropped since then. Not a whole heck of a lot, but it probably does. I bet I'm right around his low end. Probably if I were doing it in October of 2021, I think I would be clocking in 14 to 15 mil per hour. Let's see, keep the calm electrical. No, not the calm electrical. Tranquil electrical. Everything's stacked, right? Okay. Bring these over to the item hanger. Okay, now I improved to some Tech 2 items from last night, so I'm expecting my average to go up here, but we're going to find out right now. Okay, I want to sell all 12 items. Or 13, I guess. Okay, it says I'm going to make 8.2 mil. Okay, 8.2 mil. And that run took me 29 minutes. So if I'm doing my math right, we're at 8.2. Whoops. 8.2 divided by 29 equals 282,759. 282,759. 282,759. And then if I multiply that by 60, I have an estimated, well, 16.9, let's call it 17. So I've clocked up to 17 mil an hour. If I'm doing my math right, if that formula is correct. Yeah, I'm reading the rest of your text here now. I am an alpha account, so I don't have access to level 4 missions. But this is what I would recommend to, or what I would put on the table. And you're probably more experienced than me, so let me see what you think about this. Look at my fitting here. I made my character yesterday. I'm in a Punisher. I'm running Tech 1 modulated energy beams. I have a compact micro warp drive. These are nice. I just now upgraded to these. These are Tech 2 heat sinks, 2 of them, which are boosting my damage. I have a Tech 2 multi-spectrum coating to help me with tanking my resistances. And I have these I have 2 enduring armor repairs. And then I've got rigs up here, small auxiliary nano pump, which helps my armor repairs. Capacitor control, which increases my recharge rate. I had to put this ancillary current router in because I don't have the power grid otherwise. And what I'm wanting to say is that I'm doing T-0 Abyssal sites. T-0 on what amounts to a day 2 character, alpha clone. And I'm making 17 mil an hour. So if you bump that up to like a T3 Abyssal and maybe a destroyer, you know, I don't know. You might be looking at prices that are getting closer to your level 4 mission running. Let's see. 12 mil an hour, that's not much. I make level 4 missions 50 mil per hour. I heard the harder Abyssals you can make 500 mil per hour, but you need very expensive ships, skills, and strategy. If you die, you lose like 4 to 5 billion. Oh, wow. Okay. 8.2 mil for 20 minutes is nice. Not much. I'm staying killing rats then. I'm 10 million skill points. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, cheap ship. If you do tutorial missions, you get free ships after doing like every 10 missions. Yeah, and I've gotten some too. In fact, I've got a spare Punisher sitting in a hangar somewhere, and I've even got a destroyer. But I think that the guy I'm following, AceFace, I think he jumped straight from this to what's called a retribution. So it's not the destroyer. It might be a T2 frigate. I don't know. Level 3 security missions also not bad money, maybe 30 to 50 mil an hour, but you need a bigger ship and more firepower. Okay, that's good info. I appreciate that, Journey. Yeah, I really do. That's cool, man. I like talking with people about this game. I've been playing it for a long time. But no, that's not accurate. I've had the game for a long time. I've not really played it a lot. So there are some things I know and some things that I'm completely ignorant on, so it's been fun to discuss with people. But pretty quickly I've ratcheted up to 25 million. Seems like a steady source of income. I'm enjoying it. And I've got other characters that I am leveling up for missions and stuff. I think my last character that I tried a while ago, I think maybe a year ago, I was going for escalations, if I remember right. But those escalations were also the last part where you get all the money from was taking me into lower sec areas, not low sec, but like 0.6, 0.5. And I was getting ganked, and I was in a battle cruiser, so I was losing my battle cruiser, and because I would get ganked, and I didn't have the money to buy it back. I was just like, oh man, plus I was an alpha clone. I think it was about that time that I ran out of skill points, because I think alpha clones are capped at 5 mil skill points. I believe Coercer is fine for level 2 security missions. I'm not sure if it's enough for level 3 missions. Yeah, gotcha. Why are you playing a new account then? Well, because I wanted to try AceFace's strategy from the ground up. So I made this account to be dedicated to an Abyssal runner. So I'm following... he doesn't really have much of a training plan, but I'm trying to be very focused. My last guy that I was telling you about, I've got points all over the place, man. I mean, he can salvage, he can do some day trading, he can do some mining, some hauling. And so unless I'm able to plex him and send him to Omega, or if I'm willing to pay the monthly rate, I have the feeling like the road that he's on, the path he's on, I'm not going to be able to get him all the stuff that he needs to even be a really top tier alpha clone combat pilot, because my skills are spread out all over the place, So that, combined with the idea that I wanted to run AceFace's strategy from the ground up, is why I just started this new guy on his own dedicated account. I do only PvE and PvP. Well, that's the whole thing, isn't it? PvE and PvP. It means I have zero. I got you. Zero clue about mining and building and compressing, etc. Yeah. Well, to tell you the truth, I kind of am in the same boat. I mean, I've tried some of this other stuff out, and particularly whenever my last guy, I was doing like what you're doing. I was mission running, and I was doing escalations. So especially for the mission running, it just really helped me make more ISK by I would run the mission in my battle cruiser, and then I would come back in my catalyst that was dedicated to salvaging, and I would salvage everything, and I made quite a pretty penny off of that. And then I needed to have a little bit, not a whole lot, but I needed a little bit of exploration skills in order to trace down, I think they're called DED sites for the ratting, for the, what are they called? I just said it. Escalations. So I needed a few skills in other areas, and I learned about that and did the career agents and stuff like that. But let's see, I feel pretty good with this right here. I mean, I just bumped up from 12 to about 17 mil. If I can stay right at that 17 mil with where this guy's at right now, that feels like a sweet spot. I'm still training stuff here. This is all going to take a while. I got 36 days of training worth, although I did get skill points. Let's go ahead and inject those. 8 days and 15 hours. Earlier I was at 9 days and I got more skill points. So this keeps ratcheting down because they keep giving me skill points to throw at it. Oh, I didn't have a lot that time. We're still at 8 days. Okay. You know, so he's going to be into this for a while. But here's that power grid management I need. And things just get better from here. So if I'm already, I've improved 5 mil an hour from 12 mil to 17. That's a pretty big jump from day 1 to day 2. I'm looking forward to seeing if it continues to escalate like that, because I think I'm getting pretty close to getting into the next ship that he recommends. I need to go watch his videos. He's got a couple different, he's got a playlist where he does T0 to T6 that he's working on right now. That playlist is actually live. So that's actually where I go to see what ships he jumps into. I dropped 1 Gila blueprint from Escalation. Oh, wow. I bet that got you some money. That was probably worth its weight in gold. Actually, it's a paper, so worth a lot more than its weight in gold. Well, all right, bud. I am about to log off. I'm at the end of my stream session here. I'm going to go ahead and claim my rewards. They're going to offer me something here that I don't want. X. I'll grab these, select all. Gets me more ISK. All right. Of 10 on career agents, 404 on market, 404 on standings, 304 on Abyssal Dead Space. So I'm getting close to that one. 405 on combat. Only 104 on bounties. I don't even know how I picked this bounty up. I must have killed some pirates. I didn't even know there were 5 epic arcs. I've only ever done the Sisters of EvE. Loyalty points. Okay, security agents. Yeah, mission running. What is this? How do I open this? Huh. Something is going on here that I'm not understanding. Oh, I think that's saying I will be rewarded with this stuff whenever I've completed this. Okay. What else? Well, I guess that's really it for right now. All right. Yeah, you need more stuff complete. Okay, you need career points to open this. Oh, okay, cool. Let me read what else you got here. I'm gonna go start doing DED, but my goal is to skill up to Varger and DED 10 of 10. Nice. Right now I have to choose a ship for 7 or 8 level DED. I have a budget of 1 billion plus for that. And I have no idea which ship to choose. Oh, well, good luck.
Please take extra care during our
I've heard the Gila or the Rattler. I've also heard Drake. But I think most people prefer the Gila over the Drake. I think those are for the level that you're looking at, but I'm not sure. So anyway, that's just what I've heard. Need more stuff. I'm not going any drone ships. I hate them. Oh, do you? I love the drone ships. I'm the opposite. You know what you could do, if you're interested, is you can research Galente blaster fit It would be an up close and in your face brawler, but it wouldn't use drones. It's just really, it's like the shotgun of these ships. It just would be really heavy DPS in close. But that's a thought anyway. If you are into distance fighting, maybe with the Caracal, is that right? The Caldari quintessential missile boat, or is that a battleship? I don't know. I'm really just kind of throwing stuff out there. Again, you probably know so much more than me. Oh, I can't look at anything else. Frigates. Yeah, and I guess I would open up right here, Caracal.
Please note sleeping in public places not allowed. Our small tour found that sleeping in the public area will be treated.
Oh, it's a cruiser. Let's see. Drake, not bad for DED. All right, Journey. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end stream, and I want to say best of luck to you tonight on your grind as you figure out what's going to work for you. I'm really excited that there's a number of ways that we can make money here as alpha clones. Well, you're not an alpha clone, but I am. But EVE has just gotten so much more accessible, in my opinion, over the years. It's a little bit easier to figure out than it used to be. But best of luck to you tonight. And I will say goodbye and good night to anybody else who is listening. And I will see you guys at whatever point in time I stream again next.